will join, I think. Kirtana will join at 4:30 maybe.
Okay.
खड़ी खड़ा हो गया
There were so many who were interested, no?
Hmm.
Seriously, I like your background. Yeah, it's so really, really beautiful.
Hi,
Basking in the
Ghazal.
Hi.
Dr. Ghazal, how are you?
Hello,
Hello,
Ghazal.
Dr. Ghazal. How
I'm
are
good,
you?
I'm good. Not little well today, so
Ah,
Chetan is there, yes. Not feeling
okay.
well today, yeah, not feeling
Oh,
well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
take care, bye bye.
sure.
Bye.
Bye. You take care.
Best of luck, yeah.
Yeah.
So, how's this? I think there's a nomination called out for anthology, right? So, how's it coming through? Any of you got a chance to choose your topics, or are you still thinking of something? Looks like the deadline is extended, or Sana, I think this month end, I think we should wrap up the, I mean, selections, right?
Yeah. The first deadline was given on Jan 30th, but I don't think anybody contributed by then.
हाँ
So
मिला दे
we have just extended. Let's
नहीं
see.
अब
Sure.
By
हाँ चलो
February 28th, at least, if people can send in their
Hmm.
stories, that would be great.
Hmm.
Anybody planning to write among three of you? Hitansi, Meenakshi, Chetan?
Ma'am, I had already submitted.
You have already submitted.
That's what Kirtana was telling, that there are submissions ongoing, so we'll extend this thing to month end. Hmm.
I think I would also just try to write, but yet not had any, plan to write. But yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
क्या दे मर्जी
Okay. So Sahana, I may also contribute to one of the topics. So
Yeah.
it's almost clear in my mind, but
Hmm.
we'll need to finally give one
Hmm.
confirmation.
Yeah. And why don't you? I mean, Hitansi is participating in the quiz, the word game. Every day we are having a word game on Spark. Meenakshi, I think you'll be busy that time. I think is it so? 7:30 we start.
Pardon?
7:30 every day we are having a word game on Spark. Have you seen that? No.
Actually, I'm not there in Spark from last,
Oh,
I
you
think,
have left the group. Is
more
it?
than 2 years. You need to.
Oh, okay, that's the
I would
reason.
request you to add me back. Yeah, I would request you to add me back.
Actually, people are having fun playing that game, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chetan must be watching it, I think. Have you seen Chetan?
yeah I've been watching the entire activity so it's very inspiring and creative also
Yeah. Usha has joined.
Yeah. Usha is an expert in playing that game, actually. She's the one who gives most of the answers, you know. Usha, Ruparani.
Sahana, we are 4-8.
No, nothing like that.
We are at 4-8, Sahana. So I think
So
we
shall
should
we
start
start?
because we have four people in the Spark group to talk, right? In the Sparkian time.
Yeah, we'll. I think we'll start Tejaswini.
Hmm.
So,
Susanna, maybe you start with a little introduction and then hand over the forum to
yeah.
us. Hmm.
No, I don't have anything much to say. This is the Spark Meet 3.
Right.
Okay. And for me, it is always like I want my kids to write, to come up with books, to come up with articles, and that is why I started this group. And
Susanna, you turned off your video. We can't see you.
yeah,
Ha. There you go.
yeah.
Bright and shining.
Who is
Yeah.
Meenakshi also? Yeah. Usha, you can also switch on your video. Yeah. Yeah. So, so the message I just want to give you all is being in the writing community. Why don't you? We have, I mean, actually, chalked out so many programs for you. This is the quote month, and further we are having a story writing month, and then we are having a poetry writing month. So why don't you all contribute? See, unless you write every day, you cannot come up with a book or see. My aim to start Spark is like everybody should come up with a book. That is my actually Minakshi has already written, but still you can write your second book also. Plan for the second
Yes,
book.
definitely. Definitely,
And
I will.
Chetan also writes very well. Hitanshi writes beautifully. She has contributed to so many anthologies. So why don't you all start writing a book? Or see, writing a book is not that easy because it will all take some. For some of them, it will take years, to create one book. It's not that easy. But you
I
have
think
to.
I think writing a book is easy. I think writing a book is easy, but marketing is very complex.
Yeah, marketing.
Marketing selling it is a big challenge.
Yeah.
Okay. How many books did you sell, Meenakshi?
Even I'm not just chasing it, just leaving it like that. Whosoever wants to, I'm not just doing anything for that.
So at least as writers, even if we are not creating a book, at least if we should keep our writing practice. We should make it a habit. We should write every day at least one page or something. See, for this 30 days, I wrote one story a day. Okay, that was the same story I used to, record as a video and send it to you all on
Awesome.
YouTube. So so like that, we have to make it a habit. Unless we make it a habit, it is very difficult.
Yeah. It's a nice
Just
message,
a
Hannah.
message. Okay, Tejaswini, you can take
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's a nice message, rightly, said. There is something that happens when all of us come together. We set some common goals. We meet at some common time. There is a kind of synchronicity that I see when our group meets, and this synchronicity gives rise to some kind of energy, uh, which is really good. This is energy we can carry back when we go back, all through the week. Sometimes when I think about when we all get together and be this synchronistic and then come out with new ideas, then when I go back to my office or being my work, right, and I just think back and how this event went and all, and then all of us coming together at the same time and discussing common topics, coming out with some ideas, and then making it happen, and then revisiting our event again, through the group. It really feels great. And so Hannah spearheading this with activities, it's really great. So thank you for this message, Hannah. We'll take this message and we'll try to put in our best.
Yeah.
Speaking on behalf of all of us. All right. You are free to talk. All of you are free to say to Hannah as well. All right. All right, so let's begin this session. This is called a Sparkian Meet. As we had discussed last time, we'll have Sparkian Meet, this meeting we're starting with Chetan. Chetan has been a pillar of support for Spark from the beginning, and he has been spearheading activities around maintaining the visibility of Spark globally in terms of maintaining the website powered through Conscious Connect, also curating the quotes, poems, and ever ready to take anything and publish onto the website. So thank you, Chetan, for all that you do.
My pleasure.
It's really wonderful to have someone
Yeah,
like
thank you so much,
Chetan as
Chetanada, for
in our
doing
midst.
whatever you have done for Spark. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we would love to hear from you, your talk on gratitude and love for Spark.
Yeah. It has been a very exciting journey. I'll just give you in very brief. Like it was April 2016 when I actually left my corporate career after working for almost 15 years. And I was into the finance field and I moved into the alternate wellness methodologies. So it was from finance to wellness, right? Ghazal, who was at home, she too joined in this journey, and we decided to venture into various platforms, right? So it was very tough in the beginning, but we started sharing our thoughts on social media in the form of quotes or in the form of articles. So we developed our own website initially and started posting the articles based on our own experiences, right? So that journey was going on. We had our own shares of ups and downs in that period. So in November 2017, Captain Sana called up Ghazal, right? Introducing Spark Igniting Minds as a platform where upcoming authors across India come forward and share their views on various topics. So I went through the website and it was very exciting. And she said if we would like to contribute articles on monthly basis. I said yes, definitely, as we have just ventured into blogging. So we are learning and growing, and we would like to contribute our articles. So it was Jan 18 when we contributed first article. There was a contest on the corruption. So first article we shared, and then the journey just started. Then there were articles on success, and then the relationship, and so many things went on. So 3 4 books were published, and then we had the opportunity to meet Captain Sana at the mega book launch, and we met all fellow Sparkians. That actually opened up a window, and we came to know about Sileka, Meenakshi, Sudarshan, Kirtana, and so many other people. I think approximately 100 people were there in the meet, and that was basically the turning point in our life. So we had been into our journey for 3 years. We were exploring, trying to fit into different business ventures. So 2 days just after the book launch, it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Message popped on Ghazal's phone. So that was a call from the Crossword that if you would like to work on a editing of a fiction book. She said, fiction I really don't know. Should we say yes? What should I say? I said, let's explore this. Let's have a call with the author and understand. So they said that this book has been in place for 3 years, has been gone through 15, 16 editions. So we have to publish. So we won't be able to contribute anything in terms of financials for the editing, but definitely they would compensate in the upcoming next book. So it was 4 months we both worked on that final edition of the book, and that book got published in the month of June 2019 by the Crossword. So we landed up again in the Juhu Crossword, and Javed Akhtarji was the chief guest who launched the book. So it was a fiction book, right? Uh, that opened up the window into the more serious writing journey of ours. So it's all gratitude to Captain Sana who have been holding our hand for last 2 years, guiding us on the at various levels. Because since we had our own blogging journey and 3 4 books where we contributed, actually made the base for this specific book edition. Uh, so life went on after that. Many things were going on at our end, right? Ghazal was more into learning pranic healing and working on another book. So it was again in November 2019. I worked with Captain Sana Sundar on revamping of the Spark Igniting Minds because the earlier website was giving a lot of issues. So we developed a new website, brand new.
The contribution was immense, Chetan. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have words for that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was your trust, yeah.
All the authors, even today, they remember you and they say Chetan is
Exactly.
doing a very
Incredible. Yes.
incredible job. Yes.
So it was the it was the
Actually,
Yes. Yes.
it was the love for Sparkians that everything kept on going on. And again, I said it's a love and gratitude for Spark. So Meenakshi, whom we met in the mega book launch, so she called up in November 19 that I am coming to Pune for basic pranic healing course, and you are going to attend with me. So I had a fear in mind about the healing, though I was into healing, advocating healing. But learning and doing healing, I said I am a laptop person. I can sit on laptop for 10 hours, work. But doing healing is something altogether a different ball game. But she said, no, you are going with me. You will also learn. So all gratitude to Minakshi for inspiring me to attend the basic pranic killing course. And
Gratitude to you, Dada. Gratitude to you.
and 2 days after being in the course, I said this is the journey which I will follow now. So I decided to do advanced pranic killing psychotherapy, Aratic, and courses went on. So in Feb I attended all the courses back to back, and just I completed all the courses. The pandemic started, right? So again there was a challenge. Learning was there, but how to implement it? But it was again the word pranic killing which came to the rescue, that everything was made available online to us. And then we started with the 50 pieces of gratitude. The book came in where we contributed our gratitude to something, and we expressed our gratitude to the Pranic Killing, the Word Pranic Foundation, and Master Chow Kauksi, who shared the pearls of wisdom across the globe on Pranic Killing. And a bigger article we published on our blog, and that article was actually read by many people. And based on the 50 this faces of gratitude, our professional journey into healing began actually. Again, I say the entire credit gratitude goes to Spark, because again Spark became an instrument in our journey, and we started our journey into pranic healing professionally in the month of June, when we started getting inquiries through just the word of mouth. So 2016 till 20, like 4 years, practically we were not earning anything. So it means either the money was financed through bank or through liquidation of some of the assets or the past savings. So June 2020 we started healing professionally, and we started earning actually. So that's the love and gratitude to the Spark, that they have become an instrument at every point of time. And so many Sparkians actually then connected us for their ailments into the physical and psychological level, and they become the and instruments in our journey basically. So this is all about. So
Thank
all
you so
all
much.
gratitude to Sana ma'am. She has been holding the hands since beginning.
Actually,
Yes. All right.
Thank you so much.
Chetan, I have to thank you for the immense contribution that you have given to Spark. Really, really, every day you have worked at least for 4 hours, putting their, making, creating websites, and you have encouraged everybody, every Sparkian out there. Okay, whatever
Very true.
in the whether in the form of quote, poem, or story, whatever they wrote, you gave. You published on the website and made them happy. They were so excited. They contributed more and more, and you were one of the. I don't know. I don't know. You were the one of the main person for the spark to grow like this. Okay,
Thank you
my
so much.
Yes.
gratitude to you, to
Gratitude.
person, and you have healed me also. That is also, I'm very, very thankful to that. Very nice.
Incredible
Yeah,
story,
thank you so much.
incredible story, and it shows the amount of faith, belief, and all the things anchoring that one has to do when he comes up with something, right? So it shows that how you continue on the journey, keeping all of these things in mind. You know, incredible story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Spark kept on igniting the spark within me every moment.
right. Great.
Thank you for
Thank you.
that, Jason.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. So Nandini is not joined Sahana. So Nandini, I don't see her here.
Then, well, you can go with Meenakshi. He'll call me.
Okay, so I think it is Hitansi, right? Next, I think is Hitansi. So Hitansi, you have been an ardent contributor to Spark publications, poems, or quotes, or any writings to the group, and you have been along with Spark for I don't know for how many years now, but I think
It's more than 4 years.
more than 4 years now. So it's wonderful to have you along the journey of Spark, encouraging each other and having great shares
No,
among each other,
Nandini, why don't you
right?
join?
So
Bring
amongst each other.
this coach to
So
speak
please
more.
do the honor of sharing your insights or thoughts around.
Yeah, definitely.
I've already
Good
started.
evening, everyone, and I'm so thankful to Sana ma'am to giving us the opportunity to speak something on this platform. And Sana ma'am, as says by uh, Mr. Bansal, like she is like an angel in our life. She has helped us to improve our writing through like she helps me to
Hello,
be very
Manishji,
frank.
join कीजिए ना.
She has helped me a lot in all
नहीं,
aspects.
आपका लेक्चर है
And
ना.
she is a very cooperative. She is very cooperative and uh,
Anyway, thank you, thank you, Nancy, thank you
yeah,
for
yeah.
all the contribution.
She is very cooperative. She has helped me. She has improved my writing. Like I had improved my writing along with her, and I'm very much thankful to her. The second thing is like I'm a full-time mother of a teenager and a homemaker. So like the thing is, one thing keep on uh, disturbing me is like today's children are not showing interest in sports activity. They just keep on themselves busy in mobile or mobile gaming. They don't want to go down and play with their friends and all. Like sports and gaming are most important part. It's not just like a sports is not just like to play something and come back, but it is like give you a it teaches you how to live life. Sports teaches you how to live life, and it's a part of your life. It teaches you if you fall down or you um, miss the game, it's okay to be defeated, come back with new things and all. So I just feel, to be very frank, sorry, but I have some health issue, so I missed something. Please, yeah. So like today's children are not showing their interest in gaming and all, and which I feel they should just not use the technology game and be play with the games and all.
Right, rightly said. Yeah, so I think today's teenagers, either they don't
Yes.
realize the benefits of moving away from these gadgets and making the best use of the world around them. I
Yes.
think that's something which bothers everyone, right? I think I think what you just brought out was an important topic, right? That kids need to move out of that. We all know this, but reinforcement of this topic or rethinking about this topic, it allows us to probably look at our own kids and then, take some actions around that.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Hitangsi. So we good next go to Nandini is with us. Hi, Nandini. Are you on mute? We can't hear you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Nandini, welcome.
Thank you so much. Um, I want to first thank Spark for giving me this opportunity for speaking, online.
Right.
And
You've been a long timer with Spark, and you have immense pride and support for Spark. I think you've published recently two of your books with Spark. That's amazing. Please go on with your.
yes, actually, what I would love to that's what I want to speak about today is Spark has really lit the spark of writing in me. You know, when Sulekha was the one who introduced me to Spark, and when she said that you write well, you must start writing. I was actually a closet writer. It was actually the when I started writing in the anthologies of Spark that I connected to that spark of that writer in me. and that triggered, like then I started. I was a coach, so then I started to thinking I must write something who- which can, where I have a message to the world to give. And that's how my journey for writing has started. And I must really, really, really thank Spark for giving every author this platform. Starting with anthologies has been a great confidence builder for people like me who like to write. Basically, because we like to write, we write well, but we don't have the confidence that other people would like to see what we write. So that is what Sparks anthologies have provided me with. And thank you. Today, I am really so happy to say that writing is a big part of my life. I'm now running online courses on journaling, which go on for 6 months. It's a progressive journaling course which go on for 6 months, and the participants in the courses have told me that they have not written for years, and when I'm doing this, they are getting connected to writing. I said I can understand how you feel because that's how I felt when I started writing, blogs for Sahana, and the way she used to push, the way she used to encourage, it has been amazing. My journey with Spark has been amazing, and thank you very much for being there, quietly giving me the encouragement, quietly pushing me to write more and more. And I am now very sure that writing is going to be a big part of my life.
Wonderful
Thank you,
shares.
Nandini. Thank you for that.
Wonderful shares. Yeah. So yeah, I think Nandini, we also have an upcoming anthology which is carefully crafted by Kirtana. I think you should also look at participating at one of those. In one of those anthologies, the upcoming anthology, I think deadlines, nominations for the upcoming anthology has been extended, I think, to the end of this month. So we all, I think, can contribute to this anthology and make great use of this platform. Wonderful platform. Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure.
All right. Thank you so much. I see Mahesh, but also joining in. Good evening. Good evening, Mahesh.
Good
Hi.
evening, good evening.
Hi.
Very sorry, Captain Sana. I
It's
thought
okay.
today it is not happening, and I waited till almost 2:30 and I did not get the message and went to sleep. And actually was heading to an art festival at Kalagoda here in Mumbai, which is a big festival. Every year this happens of arts and various subjects are there in which various artists portray their capabilities, and 1 week of extravaganza, I really call it, for creative people. Uh, well, captain is always a captain, so salute first. And the team also, a good team, salute to you all. I'm on the street, one corner, just pardon me if there are some noises, but it's a quiet place. And Spark has been a good spark in my life, to be honest to you. In COVID, as a Brahmin, I used to take these corporate programs of attitudinal building, muscle building of mind, emotion, relations, spirit, body, and intelligence. We need to work on it. Okay, you don't get it free, and each failure and each shock makes you absorb and evolve to higher level. And I had seen cancer and Alzheimer in my family with parents. That shook me out very horribly. And my sister, being single with financially well off, also still gives me goosebumps, or I can't reconcile to it. I don't know why at 59. But that's what life is. You don't get what you want, and sometimes God serves you to make you tougher and better. So acceptance is a way of life, and keep living with it and keep enjoying it and work on it. Some things happen, some don't. And these programs, I had been trained by American psychologists. I have been an astrologer. I studied metaphysical sciences at the age of 17, and I predicted certain things which used to happen, and I used to get scared. Ki, hey, Bhagwan, God, what did you gift me with here? If I said something and a 26-year-old guy meets with an accident and expires, it's shocking. But then there is a theory of karma that each soul goes through his good, bad, better work and energy packages which we carry. Life comes with baggages and packages. Packages you bring from past seven births, and packages others give you. Spark is a package. Honestly, it's a good package. It's invaluable. We still always equate with money, but the quality of the people and the quality of thinking and the quality of writing is, I would give, Shakespearean. अगर इंग्लिश में कुछ अगर कोई गुरु है तो बहुत ही अच्छे लोग हैं, बहुत ही सोच विचार के और बहुत अलग लिखते हैं और दिल से लिखते हैं. All the more we all are writing with heart. That matters. Who reads the second part of the story? Don't worry about it. And in COVID, I got shit scared कि ब्राह्मण मर जाएगा तो क्या होगा? These programs I used to take and people used to feel happy. Mahesh, you are very positive. You motivate people. Why don't you write? And I said, छोड़ो यार, don't make me, चने के झाड़ पे मत चढ़ाओ. Don't sort of मस्का माराओ. तो बोला नहीं Mahesh. And then I told, well, put it. So I put it on Amazon. One edit got rejected. Second edit got rejected. Third edit got accepted. And I got a shock. Arey, wow, this book is on. I'm not making money, but I'm feeling happy. And that is a book on value systems, how we have to decode, recode, and uncode our inner software. The hardware is same. दो जात भगवान ने बनाया, स्त्री और पुरुष. But your inner architectures and inner engineering and inner codifications are different, प्राण एक है, प्रकृति अलग है. You should start loving and accepting whatever you have. I feel love is the greatest value. And to demonstrate love, the best thing is service to mankind. किसी भी तरह से you work with the team. Okay. So that's why Captain, Kirtana, whole team of Spark, you guys are pushing people. Not easy. Through games, through whatever activities you are doing. Salute you for your spirit and for honest work and good support you whole team has given us. And my basic business is I'm a software guy. I'm a very techie guy. So I sell very high-tech software. That's my bread and butter. I work with cybersecurity with National Payment Corporation Limited, Ministry of Defense, Air Force, Reliance, Vodafone. So I do very good work in my network area, content delivery and cybersecurity. But writing and singing is my passion. With my wife, I sang 3 hours of songs, on honeymoon. So she got shocked. अरे आप इतना गाना गाते हो? Non-stop, full songs I used to sing. I still sing. And my children also feel happy. Boss, this is Atma Ranjan, not Manoranjan. A good song is a beautiful composition of any ethos in two paragraphs. Gulzar, Javed Akhtar, they are living gods, They shake you up in turn. Vande Mataram, if you listen by Lata Mangeshkar, it jolts you, internally. You get goosebumps. Music, chorus singing, it's magical. First thing in the morning, early morning, the bhajan starts and the radio starts, Because that's my inner way to recharge and refresh and re-guide myself. And that GPS always you keep on realigning and keep working hard. And I hope I'm not boring you with my songs or stories, but...
No, absolutely not. It's going too good.
ये आप बीती है मेरे पे. This is what my life is all about. I have just joined another group recently, Early morning they say give motivation speech. मैं बोला early morning I don't like telephone. I do yoga, I do prayers, I do jogging. I'm a marathon runner, I jog, I run. In our Navaratri in October, I covered 84 kilometers at 58. Believe me, and doctor is telling tu kar kya raha hai? Well, my pressure is okay na, then why you are worried? So, we have infinite energies, but we untap it or we don't test it, Recently, I was hearing one guy saying we should see Uchai, those 4 old people trying to climb mountain, old friends. So, my 5 engineering friends are still with me. Tomorrow, they are coming for dinner, From 5 engineering friends, we have grown to 23. And luckily, our wives are gelling, Ladke log ka gelling to theek hai, but better halves are gelling. That's more important. Otherwise, the friendship goes for a toss. So, from 81 to we are in 21, 22, 23. And we're still going strong.
Your spirits are at this age.
हाँ जी.
I said I appreciate your spirit.
Arey, God blessing. My mom was very energetic, very loving. She was a state level Garba player and she was a dancer. She used to come at night, 12 o'clock, And my Nana used to say, "Arey, ladki log bahar jata hai." And Nani used to say, "Don't worry. She knows what is right and wrong. And one gentleman who did not have children used to drop these 6, 7 ladies from Santa Cruz to Dadar. In those days, it was 8 kilometers in the car. At night, 12 o'clock, my mom used to come. My grandmother worked in 1949 when I lost my grandfather when my father was 3 months. So, woman empowerment I've seen in my life from childhood, you know. My mom, मेरी दादी घूंघट डाल के महिला स्कूल में she used to go and teach, you know, for 4 children. Bringing up was a hard way. My aunt went through a divorce as a doctor, you know, and she told, I will not take a single money from my husband because he has lied to me. He had a wife and she went to Rajasthan, and that judge cried, Bola, you gentlemen, you spoiled 3 women's life, your mother, your wife, and this lady. And then she devoted her life to whole Gujarat government health hospitals from 1960 to 88 in Vasta
So,
last, you know.
given Mahesh, but given this Women's Day coming up right in March, so I think this is a very good stepping stone.
I have
This talk is very
बहुत
good
है मेरे
stepping
पास.
stone, and probably we should contribute also to the coming of age anthology, which is Spark's upcoming project. So I would like all
I
of
have
you
17,
to
18
that
sisters,
project.
you know.
See,
Okay.
yeah.
I just
Request
sent a
you,
content to
in
one
that-
of the. Sorry, let me listen you. Sorry.
No, I would request you to bring in all your wisdom to one of the anthologies as part of coming of age.
Lot of white hair, ma'am. Lot of white hair. My daughter told in her marriage, पापा आप ग्रे करोगे क्या? मैं बोला बेटी अभी इस उम्र में झूठ बुलवाएगी क्या एक दिन के लिए इतने पवित्र दिन के लिए? This silver is not looking bad, beta. You know, I tried to find gold, but God gave me silver. Let me be happy with this silver. And she agreed.
Wonderful.
So I did not
Yes.
didn't paint my hair black. This is what is. So one HR person is asking me for some program at one private company, and I have sent him a content, you know, on women. In our yoga group, they are having a Valentine Day, and I don't like giving gifts to women, you know, cakes and earrings and all. And only one day you say I love you or I like you. Well, she's part of me every day. My mom is within me. You know, I'm a creation of 50% of my mother's genes and 50% of my father's genes. So mother is right in heart of me. How can I say woman's only one day, sir? And 23 sisters, man, loaded with females in my life. So लड़की तो आशीर्वाद बहुत है मेरी किस्मत में, मौसी के रूप में, दोस्त के रूप में, बहन के रूप में, good wife, can't ask for more, you know.
Yeah.
So, and 50% of the world is women. Bloody पंगा नहीं लेना boss, लफड़ा हो जाएगा. Yeah, and they are better half. They come with different energies, and you need to have a perception to look at them from their perception, and that's an art of living. You know, it's not easy. Man and women think differently, and each one's perception is different. And however good, bad she is, you know, she will really support and correct you. That's my always basic assumption. In whichever form she comes in your life, they are generally women by nature are very loving and very caring, you know. तो वो दो values को औरतों के लिए मैं हमेशा सलाम करता हूँ.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mahesh ji.
अरे नहीं I'm thank you जी मत बोलो जी, बस आप सब दोस्त लोग हैं, हमारी जान है, and friends are the most divine intervention, what I call it. You get relations by your destiny, you know, the baggage, what I call it. But friends you choose, okay? So I'm all grateful to all wonderful Sparkians, you know, you are really good team to be with. I'm happy with you guys. And may God bless you all, and maybe write better and better and make world a better place. लोग पढ़े ना पढ़े मैम होगा मैम पढ़ेंगे. तुकाराम को भी ऐसा. Believe me, I've been reading Jagjit Kishore Kumar sir. From 1945 to 72, this guy struggled to become a singer. Nobody's life is easy, sir. Nobody's life is. Jagjit, from 64 he came to Mumbai. First break he got in 82. It's a very hard, tough world, sir. Keep on doing good work. Keep on doing good work. Someday that spark will become into a you know, क्या बोलेगा, sparkler, you know,
Powerhouse.
big.
Powerhouse
Huh?
of creativity, powerhouse of creativity, writing, and wisdom, and you know, please keep adding.
सब कुछ प्यार, you know, experiences, knowledge. Saraswati माँ है, sir. Writing is Brahma. You are creators, Brahmini. You're
Absolutely.
creating. It requires a lot of power to write, ma'am. It's a sword in your hands, sir. You can make or break a person, sir.
Correct. All
So
right. So I
use
think
it very
we have an
selectively and
interesting
effectively.
we have an
I'm done.
interesting event, Mahesh. We have an interesting event upcoming, which is Kirtana's writing activity. Now she's planning to give a creative writing session now. So I think it is all the more interesting. Kirtana,
I'm done. I'm done.
all right,
Can
all
I
right.
take a break? I have to run around, ma'am, today.
Sure.
Huh? I should be just pardon me for the day, Kirtana.
ये इतना
Kirtana,
बोलो
No
अंकल जी
problem, no problem, Mahesh.
ये मिला था अपने को मिला
मेरे को नहीं
Thank
आया
you, all of you.
thank
And
you.
thank you,
Bye.
Sana. Sorry, I'm a bit late.
हाँ
Apologies.
ये
Huh?
आपको
Thank
सेशन
you,
टाइम दिया
Mahesh.
था
It was a
हाँ
very
No, no.
Have a
Thank you.
lovely time at Kalakoda.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to sell my content, whatever I have distributed to the people, on holistic health.
Okay.
Those brochures that I have created, I'll show you one. This one I'm going to distribute to people. I've distributed quite a bit. I don't know, a lot of air around. I'll send it on the group. Chalo.
But my humble request, Mahesh, is for you to contribute to the anthology, which is upcoming, right?
Humble ma'am, you order, order kar. Ye karne ka hai, khatam. Done. No formality, ma'am. Only give the date and time and what we need to write.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
ठीक है, you all are
we'll share the poster.
हाँ जी.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Salute all of you. Thanks for your time. Sorry for the delay.
Raised her hand.
Meenakshi, do you have something?
No, it just happened by a mistake. Sorry for that.
Okay. All right. So the next session is about to begin. Kirtana, no words to describe what you do. You've started off as a journalist, took off different hats. Until recently, you have been an author for a fiction book that you came up with. So wonderful work that you're doing for Spark. You're chief editor of Spark, and the way you propel people and the way you kind of push the limits of people, right? It's really wonderful. So I take great pride in Spark having you as a chief editor and a motivator rather. So I'm looking forward to this session, Kirtana.
Thank you.
I would have given you a great hug if you were nearby.
Thank you, Tejaswini. Thank you, Sahana. And lovely to see all of you. First of all, Nandini, heartiest congratulations on the launch of your new book.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Hidansi, nice to see you. I mean, I'm glad that you're able to at least sit through for a session, especially after the illness.
क्यों दिया फिर करूँगा क्यों दिया अच्छा लगता कर
Yeah, yet I'm not keeping well, but Sana has called up, so it was like compulsory for me to attend this.
No, I'm glad, and wish you a very speedy recovery. Hi, Ghazal. Hi, Chetan.
Hi.
Hi, Gazelle.
Even I was not feeling well, but listening to you, I cannot avoid.
Okay, so I'm going to we'll get started very quickly. This is a very small and fun exercise. It's basically a way to think out of the box. Okay, so generally what happens is we are very stuck within the four walls of the way we think as we grow older. Experience is supposed to make us more knowledgeable and get us to explore more, but I think we start going into a shell as well, because along with the experiences there's also a certain amount of fear that comes in, right? So you don't want to kind of explore the unknown a little too much unless there's a certain sense of surety. So today's exercise is about breaking those boundaries and going beyond what we generally think. So for this, I want you to take a paper and pen and make three small columns. Three very small columns. Now I want you to choose any three numbers between 1 and 10. So it can be in any order. It can be 4, 2, 7. It can be 1, 1, 1, anything. It doesn't matter. Write the three numbers in each column. So one number in a column.
So 3 columns and 1 number in a column, right?
Yes. Everyone's done?
Yeah.
So let me share screens. Now, basically, what we're going to do is now there are three major elements that we have for any story. One is the character, the second is the setting, and the third is the conflict. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, can you see my screen
Not yet.
Not yet.
now?
No. Yeah, now it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. Okay. So in the first column that you've made, whichever number you've chosen, okay? So we're going to find out who's that character. All right. So let's say if you've chosen number 5, the character of your story is a beautiful witch. If you've chosen number 7 as your first number, it's probably the captain of a pirate ship. So if you can just make a note of this, whoever is your, your character. I can't see also. If you can just let me know that you all are done.
Yeah.
Done.
The second column is your setting. So whichever number you've chosen, just similar to the way you've done it for the character, this will be your setting. So whatever number you've chosen, pick the setting from that number.
Deep in the forest.
Not to that many.
Hi, Sulekha.
Hi, Sulekha, welcome.
We can't hear you. You're on mute.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Hi, Sulekha. Good evening.
Hi, Sulekha.
Hey, Kirtina. Good evening. Hello, Sana ji. Hi, Tejaswini. Hi, Meenakshi.
Hi.
So nice, so nice. I
Yeah.
just joined and I think I'm going to join from laptop. It will
Sure,
take me
sure.
few minutes.
I think, yeah, we just
A
finished
minute
the
or
Spark
so.
in time and we got into a creative writing session by Kirtana. So she's taking us through Kirtana, you want to just reiterate on what is the event?
Yeah. So, Sulekha, basically, we're doing this really small exercise, which is about breaking through your mental boundaries and exploring and thinking beyond just what's visible to the naked eye or what we believe in. So, for this, if you're participating, divide a paper into 3 small columns. Pick
Okay.
any 3 numbers, any 3
Okay.
random numbers between 1 and 10,
Okay.
and write each of the numbers on top of the column. So the first column represents your character. So depending on whichever number you've chosen, let's say you've chosen number 4, so your character will be an upset joker. If you've chosen number 9, it'll be a talking pet bunny. Similarly, when you come to the setting, if you've chosen say number 3, it'll be harvest time.
Okay.
Okay, and then finally we have the conflict. So in the third column, whichever number you've chosen, pick the conflict from that.
Okay. So conflict here means what exactly?
I'll,
Because
I'll,
from the
I'll, I'll
mobile
tell you
phone.
that. Just make a note. Think of 3 numbers between 1 and 10.
Yeah, written.
Yeah.
Already written.
All 3 written down. Okay. So what you need to do basically is, now that you have a character, a setting, and a conflict, you will need to weave these 3 together to write a small story. It has to be like maybe like what, about 5 to 10 sentences.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. And it needs to be absolutely like out of the box thinking. So let's say you've gotten like dragon with the flu at the fair and memory loss. Weave the 3 together. Your character is a dragon who has a flu and he's at the fair and he's ended up with memory loss. So what exactly has happened through these 3 things? Yeah,
Okay.
clear for everyone?
Yeah.
All right, all right.
Okay, I'll give you all 5 minutes to do this.
You have to write it.
Okay, so I have 5 minutes to do it.
Yeah, you have 5 minutes.
So is this my character line, dragon with a flu and at the fair?
No, you can pick because you have 3 numbers.
I can
right?
choose. I can choose on my own.
You just randomly think of 3 numbers between 1 and 10 and then pick.
I have chosen 3 numbers.
Ah,
Then
so
I have to name
based
the
on
number.
that number. Yeah. So what's your first number?
1.
Okay, so that's dragon with the flu.
Okay, just wait a sec.
Anyone else? Do you all have any questions in the meanwhile?
You're the magician.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, Sulika. I think you'll have to go mute on your phone.
Yeah, my phone has been switched off. I mean,
ठीक है,
I've
अभी it's
exited
fine.
from the
Now
phone.
there's no echo.
But this Google Meet is not allowing me on laptop. It's not allowing me the video. I don't know why.
Okay, you can mute your phone and keep the
Their
camera on that.
organization responding
Okay.
by village
But I don't know. Maybe it will still cause some problem. That
community
echo sound. No?
No, that's
audit
okay. No problem.
and in forest
Okay, so I'm here.
गुरु पेन ही कितना गंदा दिया बंदा क्या लिखे मज़ा ही नहीं आ रहा गुरु हिल्स रेड रेड ही चलो
All right.
Nandini, Ghazal, Meenakshi, Jigna, uh, Shreyas, any questions that you all have during this, Usha? Any questions that you all have, feel free to ask me.
Yeah, Kirtana, can you please, once again just elaborate how we have to just put our thoughts, like how we have to just create a story around.
So let's take the example that I gave. Okay, dragon with the flu at the fair and memory loss. So you can probably start off with something on the lines of let's say there was a dragon who was performing at the fair, and he had to blow out fireballs. But unfortunately, while he was blowing out fireballs, the child who was on on a giant wheel, dropped his ice cream and it fell onto the dragon's nose, and the fire got put off, but instead he ended up with the flu.
Yeah.
All right, and then instead of breathing fire, he ended up sneezing so badly that he bumped his head against maybe a wall or something like that, and and then he just forgot who he was. He ended up with a memory loss.
How many words would you want us to do?
There's nothing like, there's no hard and fast rule. Just make it like into one small story, like
Okay.
a mini
So I
story.
understand if I have chosen 179, that means one from the this
Character, seven from the
character,
setting, and nine
and
from the
seven
content.
that is deep in the forest from setting,
Yeah,
and nine that is water pipe bursts as a
that's right.
conflict,
That's right.
right?
Right.
Great. So now I understand it. Thank you.
No problem.
But it's quite interesting. Let's see what our brain cooks. Nine bursts.
If anyone's finished, feel free to unmute and you can read out your story while the others are still writing.
So shall I?
Yeah. Who's ready?
Sulekha.
Sulekha, yeah, sure.
I don't know, I made it a bit funny, I think so. Dragon with a flu.
Sulekha,
Sulekha,
can you
you
switch off one of your devices because there is a lot of
there's
echo
a lot of
that's
echo.
happening?
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yeah, this is better.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay, dragon with the flu lies deep in the forest where Adani is laying a water pipeline. Dragon went to clean its nose while it dries the water pipe, which burst suddenly, leaving it so wet that its sudden wet flight felt like rain to the birds from the tree.
Nice. Nice, nice. Thank you.
Yeah, shall I?
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes, yes, Meenakshi.
Yeah. Yesterday I had a dream in which I saw a dragon was going through a terrible sunburn because it went into an orchid field to eat some fruits. To his surprise, the fruits were so hot that it just gave him a literal burning sensation and made him like to fly in the back in the water to escape to save himself.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, even I am done with it.
Yes,
I
yes.
have a long one.
Yeah. Shall I start?
Yes, 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 please.
Meena?
Yes, Ghazal.
Yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
So the numbers I chose were 3, 7, and 9. A
Okay.
magician deep in the forest and water pipe bursts. Right?
Okay.
So the story I had made up is there was a magician with astounding powers. He lived deep down in the forest near the Nilgiri hills. He used to perform magic on all the different creatures who lived in the forest along with him. One day he was roaming in the forest and find out that there was a water pipe hidden behind a tree. Suddenly he felt that something was unusual. He went into the meditative state and pointed fingers at the water pipe. The water pipe immediately bursts, and there was a huge splash of nectar all around. And many rabbits, squirrels, and many small insects, they all came running around and started licking it. There was a great joy, fervor, and adventure thereon, all hailing the magician for its powers, for his powers.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Shall
you.
I?
Thank
Shall
you,
I do
thank you.
next? Shall I go next?
Yes, yes, Nandini. Yes.
Can I do next?
I'm sorry
Usha here.
because I'll have to log out soon. I'm.
Yeah. Usha, you can go as soon as Nandini is done.
Sure, sure. No problem.
The numbers I had chosen was 9, 8, and 7.
Okay.
Talking pet bunny during the school open house, trips and falls into.
Yeah.
These are the 3 things. Anay had sneaked in his talking pet bunny into his school bag that day. When his parents came to meet his teachers to discuss his progress during the open house, his pet, bored with being hidden in Anai's bag, jumped out of the window suddenly and makes a dash into the room. It trips and falls into the ditch close to the window and is unable to get out. He cries out in his human voice, help me, Anai. My joints are stiff with lying still in your bag. You shouldn't have packed me in your bag. You should have brought me in my basket. Help me, my joints are aching.
Nice. Very, no, it was very interesting, the way you try to kind of
Yes.
bring it into the real world
Yes,
and,
yes.
talk about stiff joints. You went deep into the emotion
Yes.
that the bunny would have felt. Very nice. Thank you, Nandini.
Thank you. And if I may please take your permission, I have to get into another meeting.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much.
So nice, Nandini. So nice to meet you here.
Yeah, Sulekha. So nice. So bye-bye. Bye-bye, all of you.
Bye, bye, Nandini.
Bye bye.
Picture.
Usha?
Can I please request a picture?
Yeah. Yeah, I might break into a cough. I'm not doing well, and I have a little longer one. Just pardon me if I sound
No problem.
monotonous. Yeah. So the topic I got was a beautiful witch in an orchard at the fair. So a beautiful witch went to the fair in the orchard, helped herself to each stall, enjoyed herself to the max. At the end of the day, she was so tired, she decided she's going to have a facial in the fair. She picked a plate of masala puri from the chaat stall because she wanted to even pamper her tummy. She took the plate, and as she was eating, the parlor girl called her in for her turn. So she went and sat there, selected a nice posture for herself, closed her eyes, put on the AirPods, and was listening to music. Slumped in a chair, a nice young little girl came and was pampering her with a nice fresh greens massage. And the girl got a emergency call and she had to run and attend to it. So after some time, the witch realized nobody is applying the mask for her yet. They left it halfway through. When she called out for help, another little girl came in, saw the masala puri chart, and thought that was the facial. So she gently applied it very neatly all over the beautiful witch's face. And soon, it didn't take much time for the witch to realize that she is itchy all over and she was fuming. And she quickly ran and washed her face, and she found that her face had gone uh, broken into a lot of pimples and bumps. And she was running around, screaming around, cursing everybody in frenzy. Soon the fair turned into a mess, and a lot of people started running away to avoid the curses that she was giving them off. And after that, the beautiful witch was called the Itchy Witch, and nobody ever wanted to look at her.
Very nice. Thank you. This is
Beautiful.
this.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like
Yes,
laughing
yes.
all the way through, and I'm glad the way you brought in the whole, the masala
Yes.
thing into the facial part of it, and the way you wove them all together. I think it was brilliant.
Thank you so much, Kirtana. This is the first time I'm talking to you, but I've seen you last so many years. You've been doing so much, motivating all of us, and it's amazing to see you today in person.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much. Lovely meeting you here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else who would like to share?
Okay, so Kirtana, mine.
Yes, yes, Tejaswini.
So I got an upset joker, harvest time, and trips and falls.
Okay.
So those three things. An upset joker at the fair during the harvest time came with a bunch of friends to have fun and get over the sad mood. He thought the fair was the distraction he needed in his life, and that he would never fall upset again. He was dancing his way to the place where there was a giant wheel where he tripped
तुम
and
करो
fell.
तुम इससे
He
देखा था
broke
ना
his
ये
leg.
Women empowerment
He
है,
was in
women
dismay and
enlightenment.
asked his friends
तुम
what
पागल
just
हो गए
happened. They
हाँ
all
हाँ
said
पता लगेगा
maybe
ना.
the idea that the
तुम
fair
करो
was not the idea that the fair was the place to lift your mood was not true. As soon as he let go of his expectation, his leg was fine, and God knows how. His friends were so happy that the upset joker had become happy joker.
Nice.
अपना
Beautiful.
throat तक करो.
Thank
Lovely.
you.
So, one
और
advantage
पहले
or
देखो
one,
इसको stretching करने से पहले.
what do you say, a good thing that has happened
ठीक
every
हो गया ना?
time, at least I have
इधर
kind
से
of,
निकल गई.
done this exercise, and it's with different elements. It doesn't necessarily have to be the ones that I put in here. Is that you start thinking very differently, the thoughts start flowing very differently because you're overcoming your mental blocks. And this is a great way to overcome a writer's block. Whenever you have a writer's block, pick up three different elements. You just randomly, like, say, okay, this is one character, this is one setting, and probably this is a conflict, and then you start writing, and you'll realize that you start thinking even better.
Yes.
And that it's a fantastic exercise. And if you can go back and do this, like, spend like 5 minutes every day, and pick out like any three random numbers, any three of these elements. It could be a character, a setting, and a conflict, and just randomly write on it. 50 words, 100 words, 500 words, doesn't matter. But the point is when you're able to weave these things together. And the reason why I do this exercise with fantastical, elements is, it brings out the child in us. It makes us more imaginative. The moment you talk about magic, a witch, a fair, there's a lot of fun elements that comes to play over here,
Yes.
and that makes a whale of a difference in the way that you start, writing. So, I'll share this, on the group, and y'all can like take advantage of it and spend like 5 minutes every day. Doesn't matter where you are. Even when you're traveling, in a bus or in the local or whatever, just quickly type something on your phone, and because it becomes like a mind exercise. So that was the intention of having the session today.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was a wonderful
Thank you so
session,
much.
engaging as fresh engage, to our minds.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much. Thanks. All
Thank
right,
you.
so
Thank you all for participating.
yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Kirtana.
Thank you.
Keetna, this is like it is your core potential. Like, yeah, you always come up with amazing ideas. She's a what you
Thank
can
you.
say a powerhouse of this kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes,
exactly.
yes.
Thank you, Azhar.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
All right, thank you, Kirtana. So we just move on to the next session then, which is a talk by Sulekha ji on women empowerment. Sulekha ji needs no introduction here. Sulekha left, is it? Is she here?
No, she is there. She is
She's
there.
there, is it? Okay. Sulekha ji, you can hear me? Maybe she's on
Hello.
mute.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes. We can
yes,
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
Please give me 1 sec. Huh? Give me one
Sure,
second.
sure, sure, sure. So Sulekha is going to talk on women empowerment. So I think this is a topic that uh, uh, you know, um, I think we should be looking forward to this topic because in March we have this Women's Day coming up, and then this would be kind of a precursor to that celebration.
Yes.
So this will also give us some footsteps towards celebrating that day probably. So if any of you have any good ideas around Women's Day celebration, let's just get together some ideas and see what we can do about from the Sparks point of view. Yeah, I think I see Sulekha's joined again. Sulekha? Hi, you're on mute. Maybe she has some issues around
Yeah.
connecting.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear
Yeah,
you.
I'm just trying with my mobile phone because I don't know what happened. It's not allowing me again. Could you
Okay.
please make me disconnect me from there if possible? I will just
From
connect again.
from here, is it?
Yeah, if that's possible.
Let me see. Kirtana, I am also on mobile. I'm not on the laptop, so I'm not able to do this easily, or I don't know if we can do it at all.
Okay.
Let me see.
Okay, I will then speak from the laptop and use my mobile phone only for the visual. Is that okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That could be good.
that is okay.
Let's see if it works.
Sure.
Thank you everyone for your patience.
No problem at all.
Okay, I'm joining again to see if it allows.
Hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes, you are audible.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
this is
fine,
fine.
fine, fine.
This is fine.
I hope it's not echoing or something.
No, no, no.
No.
All right, so we are discussing women empowerment here. I think we
Hmm.
already have so many empowered women here, right? And it really starts with Sahana ji. I always see her as an embodiment of empowerment. She has empowered so many writers, and writers are people who bring revolution, isn't it? And
Yes.
Spark is always known for writing realistic experiences. That's what I love about the platform. So, going back into the history, when we think of women empowerment, I think we have really come a very, very long way. Earlier it was all about women were all about 3Ks. Any guesses? Any guesses? 3Ks?
I know kids, kitchen.
Yeah, and knitting. Kids, kitchen, and knitting. Then it bit shifted.
When cottage industry started picking up, it shifted to three P's. Any guesses? Any guesses? Three P's: pickles, powder, and papad. Lichan papad. We all remember that, isn't it? And now it's three E's. Any guesses?
Entrepreneurship,
Wow. And
education,
wow. And any more guesses?
Engineering.
Superb. Please give a hand to yourself. Truly. And in addition to that, we have electronics and engineering and energy. Energy is a field wherein we could hardly see any women there, but now we are showing up there as well. And I think
When you say energy, Lika,
Yeah.
did you actually mean metaphysics or esoteric kind of a thing? So when you say energy, what exactly did you mean?
See, by energy, I mean we have women. I know a PhD holder who is known as a battery lady.
Oh,
Battery wali.
okay. Oh, energy as in real energy. Got it. Okay.
Battery
Okay.
wali. She's
Okay.
working with energy. We know somebody who has done a lot of innovation in solar energy, renewable energy,
Okay.
right?
Got it.
We know a lot of people who are doing in nuclear science, biotechnology. They are exploiting energy field. So this is somewhere we feel very, very proud that women have actually thought beyond this doctor, engineer, or that housewife kind of a mindset. They have gone ahead. All of us are writers here, but definitely we are writing our experiences. Along with our experiences, we are writing other people's experiences as well. We are also writing what we are witnessing in this world. And when it comes to women empowerment, I want people to know how it looks like. There are behavioral indicators which tell us that this is empowerment, right? There can be a woman director, but not being able to show up in front of male directors, not being able to, have a say or show assertiveness in front of male directors. This has happened for a very long time. India has felt that women should appear in, directors as board of directors. That's what I want to share an experience with you. Recently, I think in November, December, we attended a meet. It was a women directors meet. And guess where it was held? It was held at Bombay Stock Exchange. Bombay Stock Exchange, which has been known for bulls and bears fighting for their stocks and shares, isn't it? And there, around 1,600 women turned up listening to our Union Finance Minister, Mrs. Sitaraman, Nirmala Sitaraman. And when she gave her opening speech, trust me, you know what she said? She said it took a woman to think of calling the finance minister to Bombay Stock Exchange. Can you understand what it means? Yeah? The Bombay Stock Exchange has always been dominated by men. And holding a women directors meet over there and being addressed by the Union Finance Minister, a woman, it means a lot. It sent a strong message to the society that women directors are making huge progress. Although they have qualifications, they are there on the board, they contribute their skills, their knowledge, but what really is missing is their assertiveness in the board. They sometimes happen to give in. They don't come up with an actual thought process. That's where the governance starts lacking, right? When we talk about reservation for women, and many women talk that we don't need a reservation, but it is required. It's required also because this way we are actually forcing the society to have more women on the board. Unless and until it creeps into our mindset that women are supposed to be there
And the men start understanding, they start expecting that we will have a women over there in the board. That expectation is very, very important. It will not happen without reservation. So when she delivered all this knowledge to us, the whole perspective changed. The whole perspective changed. Somebody asked me that, do you know about the theme of, this United Nations for the women's empowerment, for 2023? I said, no, let me have a look at it. And it is digital. The theme is digital, violence against women. You know, stopping the violence against women, online violence. Have you heard of online violence against women? Any guesses? Online violence? This is the theme of United Nations this time, Digital, wherein they are taking up innovation and technology to help women create awareness that they can deal with online violence. According to their data, they say, there was a research paper that they have published, they say 58% of women have witnessed online violence with women, and 38% of women have experienced online violence. Needless to say, haven't we seen Kangana Ranaut being trolled? Haven't we seen Nupur Sharma being threatened? Haven't we seen many other women in politics getting, trolled for their statements? This is the reason why women are not venturing into politics. This is a huge discouraging factor. Online violence against them, which sometimes turn, in a real experience. And we have news is full of that, right? So they have come up with so many researches wherein they have shown what different countries have done regarding this. And many countries have come with their different toolkits. They've established councils, they have established apps, they have established a lot of things regarding technology so that more and more awareness can be spread. And this is picking up in India now. I would definitely urge all of you to please go through that report. It's very, very important for all of us to know what is happening in this online space and how to protect ourselves. There are security APIs now being installed. It's going to be helpful, and we also need to know about it. How is it going to help us? Okay, going forward. Uh, when we talk about this space of politics, leadership, and we talked about women directors, obviously their leadership positions. We talked about their assertiveness, that they lacked assertiveness. Not only that, they lacked negotiation as well. It was highlighted that they don't charge as much as they should. When it comes to comparison with their male counterparts, they couldn't charge as much. Isn't that something that they need to deal with internally? Because if you are charging something to some organization, I cannot dictate those terms. It's you who can dictate those terms. So it's an internal issue which needs to be dealt with. And that's why confidence, assertiveness is very, very important to build. And it's not that confidence cannot be built, it is a learned ability. But you have to strive for it. You have to take that one step. You have to say that this is what I want, isn't it? Or this is what I deserve. I will not take anything less than what my male counterpart is, getting. Because you are bringing the same value or even higher value on the table, isn't it? I'm nowadays, for quite some time, from last 2 years, I have been, uh, assisting certain startups in various aspects. And I had an opportunity to assist one of the health startups in an investors meet. Now, this is what you call as aankho dekhi. Okay, this is something which I have witnessed right in front of my eyes. She was in the investors meet. There were 3 investors over there, and she was ready with the presentation. And while she was presenting, trust me, one of the investors was like very like this, not even paying attention, not even looking at her. And rest 2 investors had these expressions, dumb expressions, making you feel as if there is nothing interesting about your project. But guess what? I had trained her for this. I knew these things happen. And I love to see how she demanded their attention. She even called them by their names and demanded attention. She said, I don't want you to miss this point. This is very, very important. Please have a look. I may ask you questions later on. She even said this counter, because traditionally they are supposed to ask you questions. You feel every investors will ask you questions, right? You go with that mindset. But she played differently. She said, I'm going to ask you questions. And they started paying attention suddenly. Okay, that is how it may plays a big difference. When they said, okay, we'll give you this much money, but we will have, we will watch Shark Tanks. Is anybody watching Shark Tank?
Yes, some episodes.
Anybody?
Yeah, some
Some
episodes
of you
I do watch.
watching. Yeah, you should be. We happen to come across these terms like equity, valuation, and all that. The moment we ask for funds, when she said that this is this much I want against this much of equity, they said no, we want this much of equity, and our virtual CFO will be with you. And guess, if a woman has to have raise 1 crore rupees and she's asking one investor for 50 lakhs, another investor is ready for 20 lakhs, another investor is ready for 30 lakhs, but all three of them wanting to be virtual CFOs with you, chief financial officers with you, means they start controlling your finances here and there, right? They start having their say, which you cannot deny because you have taken money and you have accepted their terms and conditions, right? That is where one needs to be assertive. One needs to say this, fine, I need money, but as per my valuation, I cannot allow you to be a virtual CFO here. I allow you this much equity, fine. But sometimes you don't get money, that's fine. But keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. And she did. Guess what? She received 50 lakhs of grant from Government of India.
Wow.
And that was such a huge happiness for me. And she would definitely collect another 50 lakhs from some more resources. I'm pretty sure about that. But at least the project got kicked off. That was a big deal. And there have been moments when I have watched her feeling broken because of the project not getting started up, the team not getting established, because everybody needs money. You have to have developers, you have to have other people on board. You have to give money to them. Where do you get that? And because of that, when you are sharing your ideas on different platforms, people are asking you, okay, there are so many competitors across. How do you think you're going to make it? Answer to that was also ready. I know there are many competitors doing this business, but they're not doing it for you. In India, we are still suffering. You know, can you imagine? In India, only 800 epilepsy patients get a proper treatment per year. Only 800. That is the plight, and that's where she wanted to work. She said, they are our competitors, but they're not working for our country. I want to work for our country, for our rural people who are not able to make it even to the cities. I want to exploit technology for that. So that is the power we need to communicate. That is the power we need to communicate. And she was invited by IIT later on and many other platforms. That was a big, big thing. And even Financial Times gave her an award, right? So that is, here I want to highlight that when there were those broken moments, okay, there was this support, there was this mental support. She was able to be resilient with that. And that is where we have to have a great network with each
I
other,
agree.
have our coaches in place who can hold you, in such times when they're needed the most. Okay, so that's I wanted to share with you. And even I wanted to, talk about my personal experience, the society wherein I reside. Minakshi knows this story very well. There are 11 members in the committee, and out of 11, there is only one woman, that's me. And I had to face a lot of, you know, criticism, you can say, for not knowing things, not knowing bylaws. But I had to stand with one point. I know management, right? I know management. I know where to get things done. I can learn with time, but I have to show up. And I did. And one more thing. All of us know Chanda Kochar, Miss Chanda Kochar, the former
Yes.
CEO of ICICI Bank.
Yep.
This is taught in leadership lessons that the way she tried to favor Videocon and witnessed a downfall, right? Videocon's,
Yes.
her husband. There is a critical lesson here, and I had to face it. In this society, there came a situation wherein my husband declared that I will not let even a single penny to be given to so and so contractor. It was on a call. Understand the criticality of it. It was on a call. I did not say it. I am the treasurer. I have joined as a treasurer. Rest all other men felt, okay, he is my husband. If he said if he will not allow a penny to be given, that means the treasurer will not give. I'm the treasurer. Okay, I did not say this. And when they gave away the money, I raised this question because two people are required to sign a check. So the secretary and the chairman, they signed the check and they gave it to the contractor. I raised the question. I was very much available. I was here, still without my permission and my knowledge. The check was given. Why did it happen? My husband was right there. And they said, your husband said that he will not give even a single penny? I said, let's make it clear. Who is the treasurer? My husband or me? See, this is similar to this is a situation similar to a board meeting. Okay, this is a committee meeting wherein all people are having good number of competencies available with them. I had to strictly say, I am the treasurer. I have a head above my shoulders which thinks independently. I have not said this. If you think that he is a treasurer, then you listen to him. But if I am the treasurer, then listen to me, right? Now you can understand how my husband might have felt, right? He felt bad. And when we came up and we spoke about it, he was upset. And in that situation, I had to tell him that if at all I have learned something, then you will definitely respect what I do, what I did. If we learn so much of case studies, we learn so much of emotional intelligence, we learn assertiveness, then I did what was right. And I know where you're coming from. You're coming from a traditional mindset wherein you expected this, but it did not happen. And in future also, please remember, do not make any promises on my behalf. Sometimes when we think of empowerment, it's within, you have to make certain boundaries visible to other people. Then only that respect and command comes to you. That's how I feel. This is a behavioral indicator. Some people don't like me for this. And I tell them straight away, I'm not here to make you feel nice. I'm here to make things, you know, get done in an effective way. And I'm being completely respectful. I know my rights as a treasurer, and I respect those of yours. If you are not respecting your rights in the capacity that you are in, then it's my right to take an action against that. Right? So these set of circumstances, if you replicate, it happens at a big level in corporates and organizations. That's where governance fails. It's all about governance. And I feel that this is how women empowerment looks like. I feel empowered. because I have learned this. My mentors have taught me this, and I have practiced it. When situations have arisen, I have practiced. I have forced my mind to say, no, this is the time I have to speak up. If I keep mum at this moment, because my default setting will force him, then I'm not feeling empowered. You all agree?
Yes.
So that's what I feel women empowerment looks like. And I feel many of us, I respect Minakshi for for being very straightforward in her decisions, and Sahana ji, she has joined politics. I really love that. I mean, all of us are doing something wherein we are trying to make our mark, isn't it? I don't say it's a men's world or the woman's world. It's a world which belongs to both the gender. It's a world which belongs to, we are 50% of the population. And there have been many, many men who have supported us. We cannot forget the history. जहाँ पे झांसी थी वहाँ पे तात्या टोपे भी थे, ओके, जिन्होंने औरतों को बहुत बढ़ावा दिया। हमारे बाल गंगाधर तिलक थे, जिन्होंने एक्चुअल में एक विडोवर के साथ में शादी की, उनको घर से निकाल दिया गया, but he still married her, and that's how this society changed, that widows too have the right to marry. हम अगर वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की बात करें तो सती सिस्टम से लेके आज तक हम वी हैव ट्रैवल्ड अ लॉन्ग वे. Recently I was in State Commission High Court, and there I witnessed almost equal number of female lawyers as well as the male lawyers. I felt so happy. I think women in today's age at priority need to learn two things. One is law and the other is finance. If you empower yourself with these two things, law, finance, and technologies, of course, we cannot ignore technology. Law, finance, and technology. This is a combination which can take us ahead. And when I send a message to the young girls, if they tell me, I want to join HR, I find, HR and marketing very interesting. I ask them certain questions. How do you find HR and marketing very interesting? Please give me answers to so and so questions. Then I find it's completely influential. They don't even know they have a good background of commerce. They don't understand this. That they can do very good in finance, in statistics. They can be a statistician. They don't understand. So we have to be those torch bearers who can make them understand that this is the field you can choose. And if one of the ladies gets, empowered with this knowledge, she can teach 100 others. She doesn't realize this. Once we cross 35, I understood that having this knowledge is so very important. So to me, that's how this whole women empowerment thing looks like. I hope I have done justice to the time that was given to me.
It was truly inspirational. Truly inspirational.
Thank you so much,
Sulekha, for this beautiful, wonderful session.
Let's all give a good clap for us.
And I would like to share with you all one just simple achievement. It's just I'm feeling so good sharing this. A day before yesterday, I was invited as a chief guest by one of the banks, which is a 100-year-old bank. That's why it's called as the Sanitarian Bank. It is Citizens Credit Cooperative Society Bank, a 100-year-old bank. When they invited me, the things were different. I mean, they had invited the CGM of RBI for this particular keynote, but something happened and they recommended me for this. And can you imagine? It was a huge privilege to be there. I'm yet to complete my PhD, yet I was presenting PhD degrees over there. So you can very well understand what were my feelings. So that's how I feel empowered. And there was this person who is a male, who is a man, who gave me this opportunity. Shouldn't I be thankful? Isn't it?
Yes.
So we respect everybody without thinking that males have done this, males have done that. I believe males have done a lot for the society. They have changed the world for women. And if you look out for good people, you will surely get them. Maybe with some difficulty, but you have to have an eye for that, and that's leadership. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Truly wonderful, truly
Yeah.
inspirational. Thank you so much, Suleka ji.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing session, Sulekha.
Yeah,
Congratulations. You have done justice to the topic. The way
yeah,
you have narrated each and everything, the way you have explained so many things, and the way you have ignited a kind of a spark in all of us. That is amazing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and thanks to the platform for giving this
absolutely.
opportunity to listen to this session. It was really good.
Yes.
Sahana,
Thank you so much.
you also,
Trust
Sahana?
me, I was, engaged, and I just couldn't say no to Sahana ji. She said she will be able to come tomorrow. And I joined at the nick of time. I enjoyed a bit of what Kirtana taught us. And thank you, Kirtana, for that.
And I think we should thank Tejas. She's the live wire of the all sessions. She
Very
conducts.
true,
Yeah,
Jasmine.
She
Very true.
she's
Thank
the
you.
live wire, right? The
Thank you
way
so
she
much.
connects everybody, the
Exactly.
way she the main thing is the way she coordinates everything, and
True.
comes
Coordination
out.
is really
Yeah,
her
yeah, the
best
way
friend.
absolutely.
thank you so much. Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you so much. All right, then I think it's time to call it a day. I
Yeah.
think it's
Yes.
time to call it a week for me. It was really truly inspirational to be all with around all of you. I carry back this energy back to my life. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much,
everyone.
everyone. God bless
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah.
Yes.
It's
Thank you. Bye,
amazing.
everyone.
Bye, bye, bye,
Bye
Lots
bye.
of love. Bye.
bye.
Bye.